Hi, my name is Karen Fuentes and I will be talking about diabetes. What is diabetes? Diabetes is a type of condition that affects the body when transforming food into energy. The food that we eat and it is broken down into sugars, and then the blood sugar goes up and the pancreas is notified to release insulin. So the body uses this blood sugar to create the energy for our body. Glucose is the main sugar that is found in the body. This type of sugar comes from the food that we eat. This type of sugar is the main source of energy for the human body, and it's also transported through the whole body to use for energy. Some of the organs that control this energy are the pancreas, stomach, intestine, brain, and liver. Some of the types of diabetes, there's two types. Type 1 is a condition that is caused by autoimmune reaction in which the body stops making insulin. Type 2 is more of a common type, but it does not produce or uses the insulin correctly. Some of the risk factors for this condition are family history, age, overweight. For type 2, it's having prediabetes, abnormal cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. Some of the symptoms can be increased thirst, frequent urination, unexplained weight loss, extreme hunger, and fatigue. This type of condition can develop long-term complications. The less that the diabetes is controlled and the longer that the person has the diabetes, it can lead to higher risk complications that can alter or affect the other systems. Example of some of the complications that can lead diabetes. Some of these complications can damage the cardiovascular, pulmonary, and renal system. And some of them are the cardiovascular disease, kidney damage, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. This is an example of a heart disease, which is also known as cardiovascular disease. Heart disease is one of the leading causes of people with diabetes of deaths, per the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. High blood sugars can injure blood vessels and the nerves that manage the heart. The heart has two upper and two chambers. The upper two chambers, they receive the incoming blood, and then the two lower chambers, which are the two ventricles, they pump out of the blood of your heart, and then the heart valves, they actually serve as gates to keep the blood flowing to the right directions. Right here, if you see the valves, and then the ventricles and the arteries and the aorta. Some of the other complications that diabetes can lead are high blood pressure, which is the increased flow of blood through the arteries and damage the walls of the arteries. High cholesterol, which is a condition that builds plaque on the artery walls. With this time, it can block arteries and stop the flow of blood through the heart or the brain. And high triglycerides is a condition that can help actually the arteries to get hardened. Some of the complications, another complication is kidney disease. This type of condition is when the high levels of sugar injure the cells and the blood vessels in the kidneys, so they are not able to function correctly or not able to filter the waste out. So this happens because of diabetes. When this condition advances, it can lead to having high dangerous levels of waste that are built on the body. Chronic kidney disease can also lead you to your failure on your kidney. Chronic kidney disease happens when, like I said before, a condition like diabetes impairs the function of the kidney. So this is cause damage on the kidney, worsening over the months of years, which can affect almost every part of the body. Dialysis or kidney transplants are needed in the kidneys, and they can't keep up with the waste or the fluid, so they end up getting end-stage kidney disease. Some of the complications for COPD, which is another example, are it's actually chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's a condition that is chronic inflammatory lung disease that blocks airflow from the lungs. It's a series of studies that have shown that diabetes is associated with impaired lung function. People with diabetes are more likely to have conditions like COPD, asthma, pulmonary fibrosis. The chronic complications of diabetes can include several pathological changes that involve different districts, and among these, lungs can represent a target organ for the diabetic microangiopathy in patients with diabetes. Diabetes and lung function may be linked to inflammation and obesity, even though it's still unknown why are they linked. But some experts do say that it's due to inflammation and obesity. Here's a picture of how the healthy lung sacs look, and these are how the lung sacs with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease look. Treatment can depend on the type, but managing diabetes can include healthy eating and exercising, monitoring blood sugars, using medication that has been prescribed by your PCP, insulin, or if, depending on how advanced it is, then it could include transplant. Some of the preventions for diabetes can be, unfortunately for type 1 diabetes, it cannot be prevented due to having either age or family history, and it's just an autoimmune response to, diabetes too can be prevented by changing lifestyles like eating healthy, losing excess weight, and doing exercise. Here are some of the references that I used. And thank you.